Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. You are going to see how I do my makeup in the morning for work and for school. Okay, this is a very simple routine. Sometimes I cut some of the products out, sometimes I don't, but you're gonna see like what my full face of products look when I have about 7 to 10 minutes to put on your makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned some stuff, and okay, let's move on with our video. Alright guys, ready? So I'm going to show you the fast way on how I put my makeup on in the morning for work. Now again, this could be for going to school, going to work, or just like, well, you don't want to wear that much makeup. So I'm going to just pin my hair back. Alright, so the first thing we are going to put on is the Bare Minerals. This is the Complexion Rescue. This is a tinting hydrating gel cream. And I actually have this in natural. So on these days that, where I don't like to wear a lot of makeup, the number one thing that I don't put on is major foundation. So I put this on my hand here and I just mix it up. And you're going to see it works just like a nice foundation. So I don't use any sponges or anything. I just actually put this on with my hand because you're going to see it goes a lot faster. So when it's like really hot and I have to wear my mask, well actually we have to wear it all the time except for when we have our lunch break. So people really aren't looking at, your entire face. But it's just nice to go in, like in case something happens, and when you leave after work and you could take your mask off, it's nice to see that. It's nice to see your whole entire face. Alright, so again guys, so this took about maybe 2 minutes to put on. Alright, as you guys can see, so again, it's a light coverage. It has SPF in it, which I go outside for every 40 minutes during a day, so this actually really protects my face. And I do take off my mask during that time, so that's why I want to make sure that my skin has protection from the sun. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use the Fenty Beauty. This is in Melon, so it's an eye brightener. So I put this on first before I put on my concealer. So I find that when you guys wear your mask, you're still seeing underneath your eyes if like you have puffy eyes, if they have dark circles. So most of the time, the only thing that I have a problem with is dark circles. I don't usually have puffy eyes. So this Fenty Beauty, it's going to cancel the dark circles. So sometimes, guys, I don't even need concealer. I could just wear this underneath. And again, guys, no sponge or anything. I just tap this in with my fingers. And I find like sometimes, guys, really the best makeup tool, regardless of sponges and brushes, is your own hands, your own fingers. Because it warms it up and it pushes it right into the skin. Okay, so here we go. Now again, guys, I don't really need concealer with this. I find that this Fenty Beauty, it really helps underneath my eyes, like it cancels out the darkness. But if you want to add one more thing, we're actually going to add two. I'm going to put the NARS, this is the Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard, and I'm going to just put like a dab right here, and right here, right here, and right here. Because again, guys, you don't need a lot. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just set my sponge with some setting spray. I'm going to go in and press this product in. So guys, I use two brighteners, okay? I use the Fenty Beauty, and then I also use the Instant Age Rewind. This is the eraser, the multi-use concealer, but it's in 160. It's the brightener. So it's not a concealer, not a color, it's just a brightener. And I actually put a lot of this on. So I'm going to just do a dab here. Not a dab, like I'm going to just I'll put all this on right here. Okay, I'm going to bring it down. So again, I'm going to dab this. And again, guys, so I put 3 different products underneath my eyes. I find that's what I focus on the most when I have like the no makeup look. So we're going to just pack this on. Look how nice this goes right on underneath, how it just blends everything together. And do this quick because this does tend to dry really quick. Now some of you guys may not want all this on, but I just find it's beneficial. Like this is what I like. Okay. Something about like these 3 products, how nice they blend all 3 together. And then what I'll do is I will go right over here, right by the sides of my nose, because I have like these red veins that you could see. I've always had those there, so I just cover that up. And then again, we're going to just push the product in, making sure that everything is good to go. Okay, so here we go. This is Patrick Starr's translucent powder. I add some in the top here, and then I just shake it up a little bit, and then just a dab. Just take that translucent powder, and I put it underneath my eyes. So this is so crucial to keeping everything looking so nice and nothing moves, because I find that like right here, right by your nose, because you have the mask on, you don't want like that oily, I don't know, like if you're having like it's a hot day, like remember we're still wearing our masks, so you just want to make sure that you put this powder on to just keep everything in place. And that's all I had to do. Okay, so with my eyes, as you guys can see, I have my eyelashes on. So I am currently wearing eyelash extensions. I have been wearing them for a couple of months. I go on and off. Sometimes I take a break and then I just grow my eyelashes back to like its original long length. I use a lot of different oils. I use the Rapid Lash, but for today I have eyelash extensions on. Now I'm going to tell you, this saves me so much time because curling the lashes and then putting on a lot of mascara, I don't know, I just love having eyelash extensions. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the Hoola, this is the bronzer, and then instead of using the puff that's in here, the brush, I'm going to just take my MAC 217 brush. I'm going to just dab a little bit on here, shake the excess off. I'm going to just start right here by just trying to make like a nice shadow on my eyelid, and I'm going to fill it in, and I'm going to just elongate it by moving my brush up, and again just dusting some bronzer on my eyes. Okay, you see how easy that was? Okay, and then we're going to take some more on the other side. So this is where I start first. Just try to make a nice shadow, and we're going to fill it in, and just push the brush, keep going up. So that's what I'm going to do for my eyes. Look how easy that was. Just make sure everything's blended out. Okay, all right, and that's basically it. I don't put eyeliner on, nothing else. All right, now we're gonna go, since I see that everything is set here nicely and yeah, everything's dry, I'm gonna go in with, this is actually one of my favorite blushes. This is the Melon Rose Powder Blush in Tea Rose. Just put some on and I smile. Just brushing on. Look how nice and evenly it goes on. Okay, it gives me some light back, some color back to my skin. And okay, so again, guys, so we're gonna just put a little, we're gonna just dab it on the forehead because I just want to have that nice rosy color on my face. And I'm not gonna put on any bronzer because again, when I do that, I contour a lot. So I don't want to do that. Okay, and that's it. We're going to put highlighter on at the end, but before I do that, I find that your eyes, like your eyelashes and especially your eyebrows, are literally, even when you're wearing your mask on at work or at school, everyone can see, like they focus on your eyes, so it's from here up. So you definitely have to spend some time on your eyebrows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Anastasia. This is the Brow Wiz. I have been using this for so many years, guys. My color is in medium brown. And real quick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fill them in. Okay, I'm brushing everything up. And then my trick is, for my face, what I do is I stretch out my eyelid like this, and then I go in and I make a line underneath my eyebrows to give more of a fuller look. And I just fill them in. And again, if you guys can see, I push this out, elongate it, and that's what helps me fill it in on the side. Okay, so make sure that when you guys are actually, when you do this line, when you're drawing it on, go back and put in those extra strokes for your hair to make it look natural. Doesn't matter if you go outside the line. Okay, and then for this one here, I start off like this, and again, I'm filling them in, and then take so again, put your once you have that line here, make sure you're brushing on, you're drawing on those extra hairs, okay? And then elongate it here. Right, and I just, this helps me out so much. There we go. There we have it. Okay, now what I do is I usually always I trim my eyebrows because they always get so long. But today, this week has been lazy. So I'm going to be using my Anastasia. This is the Clear Brow Gel. And I'm going to just make my eyebrows, shift them up, and put them in the position that you like. So I like having full eyebrows. So I'm actually going to keep, you guys see, right here, I'm going to just keep them up. I don't care if they look a little bushy, as long as they look neat. Okay, and then I actually don't tap this back into the container. I just use whatever's left for my left eyebrow. Okay, and so they're a little long, so then I'm going to just move them this way. And then I'm telling you guys, this stays on the whole day. Then I go back and I push this outwards here, just like that. And that's it. Alright, now as you guys can see again, we're really focusing on the top here. And you guys can see I don't have the dark circles underneath. And even though it's light here, you see how dewy everything looks just from the Bare Minerals. And just putting on that nice blush and everything, just beautiful. Alright, so what else do we have to do? Let me see. Oh yes, so definitely it's the highlighter and my lipstick after that, but I'm going to show you guys what I do. Alright, so one of my favorite highlighters of all time. I am going to be using, where's my brush? Let's see. Okay, so I use, this is the Hourglass, this is the Ambient, there's a couple of colors in here from Hourglass. I've had this such a long time. You guys can see these are the colors right here. Okay, so I actually mix all of them. So what I do is I take my, this is the MAC 109 brush, and I just take a lot of these different highlighters. I actually combine them all. And then I just take my setting spray, you can use any one. Okay, spray it on your brush, and then we're going to put it anywhere you want highlighter. I put it mostly by my cheekbones. Okay, I go back in, and then I spray it again. I don't know if you guys can see how beautiful that highlighter is, but I'm telling you, I get so many compliments when I wear this. Then the leftover product, I put it on my forehead because I don't want to put too much on there. Okay. And then with my finger, what I'll do is I will mix all three of them, and I'm going to put it right on the end of my nose here. Okay, then top of my lip, and then we go right where your chin is. And then what I'm going to do is I go back with the non-setting spray, and I will go back just putting a little bit more of that highlighter on. And again, this is without the setting spray. Okay. And you're going to see throughout the day that this highlighter, it blends in with the natural oils on your face. It looks so pretty. Okay guys, I'm going to take my clips out for my last couple of minutes with you. Alright, as you guys can see, this is like one of the most natural makeup looks that I have that is so easy to use. Now, since I wear a mask, I don't wear lipstick because it goes all over my mask. So instead of wearing a lipstick because I wear a mask and I don't want all that product going on, and plus, you know, you're talking underneath the mask, so your mask is going to get ruined with lipstick on, I use something very, very light. This is the NARS, this is the Orgasm. It was like a little mini version. So I just kind of just put this on my lips for some color. Actually, it's not even for the color, it's just that it doesn't make my lips irritated or chapped. Okay, see? It just adds a little bit of a hint of a color, but it stays on. And then again, because I told you guys that your eyebrows are like, everybody sees your eyebrows, I want to go back, and what I do is I take my Anastasia, this is a highlighting dual pencil, and I just take this one out, the lightest one, and I go underneath my eyebrows right over here. And since it's a pencil, you can't just draw it on, you have to blend it out with your finger. So this helps you, say for instance that you didn't do such a great job with that bronzer as the eyeshadow, this will set it off. Again, this is just to clean it up. Okay. Right, see? So nice. I love Anastasia products. And that's it. I'm going to just spray twice. That's it. I'm not going to put a lot of setting spray on. You can use any setting spray. I'm going to just use this real quick. Just literally 2 sprays on here because I want to make sure that this stays on and this gives me a nice glowy effect. Okay, but again, you can use a very good setting spray. I like the Urban Decay All Nighter when I have to wear my mask all the time, but I don't know guys, just for today I had the Dewy Set. So again, please use a setting spray that you know is going to keep on all your makeup for the day. So guys, this is my quick makeup look that I use in the morning. This is if you don't want to wear a lot of makeup, if you have to wear your mask at school or at work, this is definitely my go-to all the time. If you're running really late in the morning, honestly, I would skip the concealer part and just put on that Bare Minerals and just put a lot underneath your eyes, because I see that I did use a lot underneath my eyes, but that's what I always focus on. If you guys don't like wearing mascara and you hate curling your lashes in the morning, I would definitely suggest getting eyelash extensions. They're amazing. They really are so helpful in the morning when you're in a hurry and you don't feel like putting on makeup. Okay, so I hope you guys like this idea. Please comment below on what was your favorite product. If you would like a review on one of these products, please let me know and I will gladly review for you. Guys, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. And if you haven't, please like this video and subscribe, for I always put out nice videos for you guys. Mwah. Bye everyone.